If they can do it in Elizabeth, we can do it here in South Orange and Maplewood. But we have to have that discussion. We have to have that frank discussion. How can we all move forward? You know, I always bring this up because this is a great example. We had frank discussions about stemming the steering tide in South Orange and Maplewood. I was part of that discussion. And we had discussion with all the realtors about steering certain people into the eastern section of Maplewood and South Orange. We had those frank discussions. And in the end, those discussions bear wonderful fruits in that the realtors stopped doing what they were doing. We should have that discussion about our school system. And I think one organization in South Orange and Maplewood needs to step up to the plate and have these frank discussions. Is this Community Coalition on Race. They have had a lot of frank discussions in many other things, and they are doing a fantastic job in many other things. But remember, I told my story because at the end of the day, without an education, you are absolutely nothing. Without an education, you are absolutely nothing. Time check. The time is approximately 9:16 p.m. That time check is brought to you by Semper Alexander Computer Consultants, where they implement cost-effective solutions to fulfill your business need. Semper Alexander for all your computer needs. You can call them at 973-763-2011. That's 973-763-2011. More when we return.
This is the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. We want to hear from you at 973-327-3626 or log on to showmore.org to let us know your opinion.
A new kind of talk comes to South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience in April. Join award-winning journalist and civil rights activist Walter Fields weekly as he discusses being black in South Orange and Maplewood, race and the suburban experience. Black in the Burbs will examine public education, the treatment of black youths, police and community relations, and black business development and faith. The show will serve as a forum for community dialogue. Join Walter Fields on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience for Real Talk coming in April.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to take your call.
Do you want your kid to run faster with better running form and conditioning for his or her sport? Then Running Development Academy is the place for him or her. Our training packages fix their form and make them run faster. How about training to run a marathon or just run faster in your respective event? Maybe you just want to learn to run properly and lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8-times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169.
Want to take a cruise but don't have a U.S. visa? No problem. Cruise and Rail Travel are experts at cruises that do not require a U.S. visa. Visit www.cruiseandrail.net or call 868-631-8785. Find us on Facebook or drop us a tweet.
You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. For more, go to SoMore.org to participate in the discussion. Go ahead and advertise on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. You can reach us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to assist you. Coming soon, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience.
We are back with you on In the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/SoMore Radio. That's facebook.com/SoMore Radio. You can tweet us at SoMore Radio. That's at SoMore Radio. You can also listen to us on tunein.com. That's tunein.com. When you go to tunein.com, you just input South Orange Maplewood. You can see our icon come right up. You click on it, and you'll be able to listen live and to the podcast as well. You can also send us your email at somore.org@gmail.com. That's somore.org@gmail.com. And I quickly stopped by the South Orange Maplewood. South Orange Maplewood. You know, it's funny. The South Orange Maplewood Chamber of Commerce. I had a brain freeze there for a minute. The South Orange Maplewood Chamber of Commerce had a meet and greet tonight at Bunny's in South Orange. You know, I met a few individuals. I just wanted to send a special SoMore shout out to John Amato, the Business Development Officer at BCB Community Bank, located at 200 Valley Street in South Orange. Also to R. Alex Giordano, P.E. He's a licensed professional engineer in the state of New Jersey. He's located at 26 Mountain Way in West Orange. I'd like to say a special SoMore shout out to Jesse Jones. He's a private chef and guest speaker and instructor. He's in South Orange as well. And also, I'd like to say a special SoMore shout out to Dr. Stephen Levine, South Orange Chiropractic Center, located at 61st Street in South Orange. Also, Dr. Mark Rozeski and Dr. Brandon M. Henkowitz, the South Orange Chiropractic Center. And then we have Darren Kennedy, CFA and financial consultant of AXA Advisors, LLC. AXA Advisors is located at 10 Madison Avenue in Morristown, New Jersey. So a special SoMore shout out to these individuals who was at the South Orange Maplewood Chamber of Commerce meet and greet tonight held at Bunny's. Now if you just tuned into us, please go to our website and look at, it's a little movie. It's called Cracking the Code. It's a movie you do want to make, part of your itinerary, when you have things to do and you look at it, take your time, look at it. We all can learn something from cracking the code. Now let's take this is another part of cracking the code as we continue. We're going to deal with cracking the code for the rest of the week because there are so many different parts of it that's so important. Let's take a listen.
My sister-in-law, who's half black, half white, but looks white. Blue eyes, whiter than most white folks, very white. She and I, we kind of grew up together. We raised our children together. So they're first cousins, and it's a wonderful, very, very multicultural family. So we're going in a Safeway one day. And Kathleen, my sister-in-law, is in front of me, and she's, writing a check for her groceries. Now, my daughter, who at the time was 10 years old, was standing with me, and I was directly behind her, getting ready to get my groceries. So Kathleen comes up, and the checker, who's a strawberry blonde, freckled, very delightful, warm, the checker, this young woman, is talking to Kathleen. Hey, how you doing? Isn't it a nice day today? They're just chatting up. And says, yeah. So Kathy writes her check, and she steps off to the side with her groceries because she's waiting for me. Of course, again, Kathleen looks white, right? So I come up. No conversation. She looks up at me. Absolutely no, just a little chatter. And I write my check. My daughter, however, is 10, notices immediately the difference in how she responds to me. So I write my check, and she goes, I'm going to need 2 pieces of ID. At which point, my daughter looks at me, and she gets very, very embarrassed, and tears are kind of coming up in her eye, like, Mommy, you're not gonna let her do this. Why is she doing this to us, right? So I'm trying to figure out what I should do, because behind me are 2 elderly white women, right? And I'm thinking, okay, so then I become the angry black woman, right? And they're going to be, and I'm just trying to second guess all the drama. So then I just give her the 2 pieces of ID. I said, some things you got to choose your battles, right? And then it gets worse. She pulls out the bad check book, right? So this is the book that shows the people who've written bad checks. So she starts searching for my license in the bad checks, at which point it's just out of control now. Just as I'm standing there trying to decide what to do, and it's really deeply humiliating. Now my daughter is in full-blown emotionally upset, who's 10. My sister-in-law walks back over, and she steps in and she says, excuse me, why are you doing this? And the checker goes, well, what do you mean? She goes, why are you taking her through all of these changes? Why are you doing that? She goes, well, this is our policy. She goes, no, it's not your policy because you didn't do that with me. Oh, well, I know you've been. She goes, no, she's been here for years. I've only lived here for 3 months. And so at this point, the 2 white elderly ladies go, oh, I can't believe what this checker has done with this woman. And it's totally unacceptable. At which point the manager walks over. So the manager walks over and says, is there a problem here? And then my sister-in-law again responds. She goes, yes, there is a problem here. Here is what happened. So you see, she used her white privilege. And even though Kathleen is half black and half white, she recognizes what that means. And she made the statement. She pointed out the injustice. And she, as a result of that one act, influenced everyone in that space. But what would have happened? I can't know for certain had the black woman said, this is unfair. Why are you doing this to me? Would it have had the same impact? But Kathleen knew that she walked through the world differently than I did. And she used her white privilege to educate and make right a situation that was wrong. That's what you can do every single day.
And that's what we need to do in South Orange and Maplewood. We need to make right situations we see that are wrong. That's what we need to do. We don't need to make excuses. We don't need to vilify people. We don't need to accuse people. We need to make right situations that we see are wrong. If we see the school system doing something we believe is wrong, we need to hold them accountable and say, listen, that's not right. It's not right. We can't make excuses and say, well, it's not affecting my kid, so I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm going to leave it alone. I remember something just recently when they had that big snowstorm and our streets in South Orange and Maplewood were cleared of snow. The streets were clear and pristine.